And we now take a look at the budget airline companies and their stocks with an eye towards millennials. To do so, we are pleased to be joined once again by a millennial herself, Danielle Shay of Simpler Trading. Danielle, thank you for being so generous with your time. It's great to see you again.
Great to see you as well.
Okay, so let's start. The Sprint was in the news today, and they were doing pretty well. I mean, if you look over the last year, they've done pretty well. They're the 7th largest carrier in the U.S. and have some international routes, although not to Europe. But they go to Canada, Mexico, the Caribbean, Latin and South America. And look at that yearly chart there, from just under $40 per share last year to over 60. I think they were 61.44 when I looked at it. What's going on with Sprint, Danielle?
So first of all, I think that Spirit Airlines is doing an excellent
Spirit,
job.
Of course. Thank you. Spirit,
you're
not
you're
Sprint.
Welcome. They're doing an excellent job capitalizing on millennials and what millennials love to spend their money on. So millennials, we love to travel. We live by the saying, you only live once, right? And millennials love to travel, but they want to do it at a cheap price, and we still want good service. So Spirit Airlines has come into the airline industry offering the cheapest fares, but they do that by taking away a lot of those amenities. So it kind of just depends. I mean, if you're willing to travel with a backpack, not get any onboard drinks, it's a great option, and you can see that in the stock price. So I mean, the stock chart looks amazing. It's climbing higher, very strong on a technical basis, and I like it as a buy.
You do? Okay. Very interesting.
I do. I think it's a good stock buy. Personally, for me, I would prefer to fly on Alaska or United, but as a stock buy, I think it looks great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what we're talking about now, so that's important too. Let's look at a couple of others. I mean, Southwest is known as a budget airline. Year over year, they were doing pretty well, and year to date. Does Southwest or do any of the other carriers fit the bill as far as appealing to millennials?
I absolutely think that Southwest appeals to millennials, and especially due to the rewards cards that they have. The partnership that they have with Chase right now and JP Morgan is one of my favorite bank stocks as well. But the partnership that they have as far as their credit cards and their rewards points is huge for millennials. And I think that especially Southwest and Spirit Airlines are going to continue to climb higher, and I do really like them for long-term stock buys.
Let's shift to another budget carrier. This one on the other side of the Atlantic, Ryanair, the Dublin-based Ryanair, which is in the news today. Michael O'Leary, the CEO, got a huge new contract for another 5 years. But frankly, and we've reported it here on the program, Danielle, they've had some pretty terrible troubles this last year. Labor strikes. I think they had to cancel a bunch of flights. What about Ryanair? How do you look at them?
So first of all, looking at the chart, it's in a downtrend. I don't like it as a stock buy, but looking at the overall company, the problem with Ryanair and what they do differently than Spirit is that they don't have good customer service. If you look on the internet, I mean, you're going to see all types of PR issues. And the reason why Spirit is able to be successful and make money is because they have excellent customer service and people still enjoy flying on the airline. When you have a budget airline like this, like Ryanair, that don't treat their employees very well, and they have a lot of PR issues. I mean, when you have cheapness and you can see that you're getting what you pay for, it's not a good buy.
In the story about Mr. O'Leary, it was sort of notable that he wasn't going to take a big salary increase, but it looked like he was going to take this huge amount in stock options. Do you think the management's doing okay at Ryanair? I mean, obviously not with regard to the customer service that you pointed out, but are there some other things you think they might be doing right?
Well, it's definitely possible. From what I was reading was primarily that they weren't treating their employees very well. And so if they can work on shifting that over time, because I mean, you really need to be able to treat your employees well to have your company grow and have your customers be happy. So if they can work on shifting that over time, then I could see the trend shift, but not right now.
Okay. Danielle Shay of Simpler Trading, thank you so much. We always love having you. Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you.